Alright, welcome. So we are just running a quick scenario here. This one, they're sending us Express, and then eventually they want us to kind of switch over. So, okay, looks like they want us to stop, so I'm gonna start braking. Hopefully it stops in time. We're getting a little bit of wheel slip because of the snow. Okay, it's catching up. Come on, stop. I never experienced the train actually slipping that much, but I guess they did do a new weather package, right? So kind of seeing the effects of that, which is interesting. But it acted like it wasn't going to stop. I'm trying to see if we see that signal ahead. It's probably red right past the station, so that's something we need to just pay attention to. We might get some slippage going on. Hey, welcome. So we're doing this one of the snowy scenarios on this one. This one is, I think it's an hour and 15 minutes. Yep, I see a stoppage. Okay, we're green. Just want people to know that we're not stopping, so they back up a little bit here. Hopefully my controller behaves. My controller likes to add extra throttle occasionally, so going too fast there for the track change. Don't derail. Very good. I missed that one. I thought we were going straight to the left. Okay, we're gonna be going 20 here for a while. I don't know what that sound is. That before. Alright, oh, passenger here, that's right. An express, got the reset. Oh lord. That's what that was. That's an interesting thing. So a passenger didn't hear the announcement about us running express, so they had to reset the PASCOM because they probably hit like an emergency thing. I was like, what sound is that? I thought I did something wrong. I thought I had a situation where the regenerative brakes on one of the trains acted weird, and I thought that I was dealing with that again. Alright, we're gonna get cleared to 45. I'm gonna try to get us up to speed here so that we can hopefully make it to this next stop on time. Oh no, you know you're ready for snow. You feel it outside. Luckily you're not in Buffalo, because they're getting, I think they got 48 inches already. From some lake effect snow. How you doing today? I was actually checking out your YouTube page today while I was at work, because this is the one day of the week that I actually didn't have to do a whole bunch of stuff. So I was watching your World of Trains past streams, which was cool. I'm here, give me 1 second, I got a phone call. Sorry about that. I thought the ad was off because I had a pre-roll already, but I guess not, unless it was running as it was saying the pre-roll. So I was saying, I was watching your YouTube page, Kojo, because I actually had some time at work today where I wasn't stuck having to do a bunch of stuff. So I was checking out your YouTube page and I was watching your World of Train stream and then some of your highlight reel. Yeah, no, it was strange because it told me that pre-roll was off and then, yeah, you got pushed into one, so. Oh yeah, no problem. Where are we now? Okay, this is the new map. They actually had this one on Train Sim. Yeah, it's coming along. I was surprised to see that you played Journey. I played that. I don't think I ever finished it though. I got like halfway through it and then I just kind of like stopped playing it. I think I bought it. I got it as soon as it came out. Yeah, but I checked out a bunch of the things there. I like this train. It reminds me of most of the commuter trains that you get in the English, like UK kind of packages. And then there is actually a manual available on Steam. Yeah, it's a really good game. But like I said, I never finished it. I think I made it through, and then I think I read something that was saying, like, you know, once you get to the end, then, you know, I won't spoil it for anybody, but Kojo, you know what happens once you get to the end. And then I was like, I don't know if I want to be disappointed with that. I finished Abzu. I did finish Abzu. I actually liked Abzu. I think it was interesting. But I completed Abzu in like one sitting. Yeah, you could get through both of them in one stream. I remember one night I just like sat down and I was like, I'm gonna finish Abzu. My wife watched me finish it. But yeah, I actually really did like Abzu because it was different gameplay, and the visuals are really good. Hey Nightbot, I am well today. How are you? Alright, so that's interesting that we got that when we have a green ahead. We're coming down to 35, so let's start braking now. We'll also be stopping eventually. Yeah, that was probably one of the better kind of visually story games that I've played. I haven't played Subnautica, but I think Abzu kind of is like the friendly version of Subnautica. That's cool, yeah. Yeah, I didn't stream it. I don't think I was streaming when I got Abzu, but Abzu was free on PlayStation Plus some odd years ago, and Journey was free, I believe, at some point. But I think I bought Journey actually the day it came out. And I like the thing where you add on to your like scarf, and it gets longer and longer as you go through more things in Journey. I think that aspect was cool. But yeah, on this run, there's a whole bunch of weather issues. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I think I just watched people play it, to be honest, on Subnautica. I'm just giving people just a heads up here because we have a lot of weather. In this scenario, we have some snowy train traffic, so they want us to kind of skip ahead, and unfortunately that's causing some of the passengers to freak out because they missed the message that we needed to stop. So there was a weird sound if you heard it. Oh, you can check it out on the VOD. Alright, let's stop here. Alright, we can see the green. Excellent. A little bit of wheel slip because of the snow. I may do a little bit of sanding as well as we come out. This DLC is pretty good. I like the train. It reminds me of most of the trains that you get in commuter scenarios on the newer English sections of the game. For instance, like the London commuter trains, the ones that you get in East Coast Way. I'll show you what it looks like from outside. It's pretty nice and new. These actually work as well. You have to just make sure you turn it on. Let's close the doors. They also had some funky things. Like at one of the scenarios, I didn't get out, but there was a guy standing there that I could have talked to. I think they'll give you some history of the line. So they did some new things here. All right, next stop is Four Oaks. But so far I've actually been very happy with it. So far everything seems to be working well. I made a mistake of looking into the Twitch store reviews, and people were complaining as usual, and the money grab, and it's too expensive. This one was actually closer to $40, and unfortunately there was no discount for PlayStation Plus, which is okay. Like, I'm gonna buy these things anyway when they come out, so for me, it's a nice little bonus to have a discount, but I'm not expecting it. But this was on the higher end of the price range. But so far I haven't had any hiccups. It hasn't crashed on me. Everything looks like it's supposed to. Some people complained about certain things, but it's been good. Yeah, it was $40 on PlayStation as well. Which is different, because typically I think they're like usually $29.99. And sometimes I've been getting some PlayStation Plus like 10 to 30% off, but this one didn't have it. Usually they blame the store for that. Yeah. Although there was a few that were closer to this price, occasionally, depending on what it was. I have a feeling that when I got like the French Marseille line, it was on the higher end. With this, I'm also been perpetually behind, but that kind of is the nature of learning these new routes. Are you sure about that? Because I feel like there was a pack or two that was $39 or more. And I know when I got this as the deluxe version, it was like $50, almost 60, I believe. But I don't really buy any other games, to be honest, except for like some like basketball every once in a while. So most of the games that I actually play off stream are games that I got on PlayStation Plus, which I've already paid for the subscriptions. I usually pay for those subscriptions years in advance, because whenever there's a deal on one, you can stack them. So if I get a discount on the PlayStation Plus subscription, I just keep stacking them. So I'm usually like paid up 2 or 3 years in advance. Well, no, I mean, they always have said that like the pricing is set by the stores, not them. But yeah, who knows if that's true? I couldn't see them not being happy about having a higher price, right? Who's not? But they always say, oh, like the discounts aren't up to us. They're up to the stores, and they've been saying that the entire time. So, like, especially when there's like a deal, they're like, the deal's not our decision. It comes from the game stores. And technically, this is the season for things to be a little bit more pricey. Although in what, 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, next week, right? Black Friday, everything's going to be on sale anyway, so it's a little odd. I mean, I could have waited and seen what we got, but yeah. Well, our money's worth more than theirs anyway, so. Where the rubber meets the road, Kojo, our money is technically at the moment worth more, so they're gonna make us pay more for everything. It's the secrets of currency exchange. Alright, door locked. And let's continue. Yeah, it's not gonna be on sale yet. It just came out. I did see that there's a Steam sale. I was looking at something, but I can't remember what it was. Also, I don't think that I'll be I don't know if I'll ever buy any DLC for Train Sim Classic, just because there's like 600 and something things there. They do have a few bundles on sale though to get like some of the high-speed Asian trains and things like that, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's do a little bit of sand just to combat some of this movement. Are you streaming tonight, Kojo? Yeah, it's been a while. Historically, in the last few years, especially with the pandemic, the dollar's actually been doing much better. And then remember they had that whole fiasco with the prime minister in England and everything else that weakened a lot of stuff. And then the war in Ukraine is still making a lot of those things unstable, so. Alright, what game are you thinking of doing tonight? I forgot what's in the rotation. I know you've been doing Talos on Saturday nights. I'm just gonna probably do this one until this scenario is done, so I'm not gonna be on for that long. Oh, and there goes my heat. So I've been getting home a little earlier than I used to, and when I get home now the heat's not on and it's a little disappointing. You know, we don't get to control it in our apartment. Gotcha. I know last week you did Police Simulator. Alright, next one's Butler's Lane. Butler's Lane. Blake Street, Shenstone, Litchfield City, Litchfield Tent Valley, and then ooh, we gotta reverse and head back the whole rest of the way. Oh, back to Burnham Street. Okay. Alright, so we'll be here for a little bit. Okay, door's locked. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they probably had a lot of people jump on it. But yeah, I was reading. Every once in a while, I'll indulge myself with Steam reviews, and people are just so grumpy about it. I played something yesterday that I haven't played in a long time. I actually was playing Motorsport Manager on my older PC, and I actually won a race. I was like, oh, that game's interesting. It also can be pretty frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, people always like to complain. Like I said, I'm happy that I got Classic for that. I literally paid for Classic and like 18 DLCs. I think I was generous because I could have paid $12. I paid $25 for all that. So like, I'm not gonna complain about like anything else. Oh yeah, Motorsport Manager it's like a top-down motorsport management game. Essentially, you are the chairman of a team, and you mainly have to plan like strategy on building up the cars, hiring drivers, hiring mechanics, and you know, managing your race strategies. It's actually pretty fun. But I had watched a YouTube streamer play it like years ago, and they got into it. And then they have different types of racing. So they have like the open wheel kind of stuff, like Formula One. They have some hybrid cars. They have like different series that you can manage in. Yeah, they have an F-type team. They have a hybrid type of team where you actually use electricity, and if you race well, like you can store the electric power and use it for faster speeds later in the race, kind of like a DRS system. And then you have just like regular cars, and yeah, so you can pick like which league you want to be in and manage a team based on that. but it's actually pretty fun. I enjoy it. I don't play it. I think the last time I played it since before yesterday was in June. But it's nice to to learn how to strategize, because there's times when your drivers are complaining about stuff and you have to determine if you want to bring them into the pits or leave them out for other stuff. And then, you know, with the race team, you have one pit crew for both cars, and so you have to plan your pits accordingly to make sure that you're not, you know, jamming people up. Then the drivers complain about that too. They're like, I don't want to ever be behind him again. You need to schedule this pit better. And sometimes the pit crew makes mistakes if you try to go too fast with them. And yeah. Then there's also a thing where you can actually make and use illegal parts. I've never tried it though, because if you get caught with them, then you get penalized. But it's pretty good. I play a lot of management games, so I play that. I play a little bit of soccer management games, Football Manager, which luckily the last few Football Managers that I've gotten for free. No, actually, Sega actually makes Motorsport Manager. Football Manager is a different company, but it's similar. It's similar layouts and things. But yeah, Motorsport Manager is actually a product of Sega, and I think they have a mobile version too. You can play on your phone, but I never tried that. I think it'll take up too much battery. Alright, so we got 60 as our top end. Yeah, I mean, I think, but to be honest, I think Motorsport Manager is probably 6 years old at this point. I think I got it on a deal on the Steam store for probably like $3 or something a few years ago. And then for Football Manager, the last two that I had, which was I believe 2020 and 2021, or 21 and 22, I got them both for free. One of them was from a Prime game, and then the next one was through Epic Game Store. And then the new one, 2023, is actually going to be an Xbox Game Shop, so I'll get that one for free too. So that's a cool perk of like having all these random things, that I really, like I said, I rarely buy games. I'll usually just spend money on Train Sim. If there's a new Rockstar game, I'll probably buy that, and then I usually buy NBA 2K every year. So yeah, so DLC from Train Sim is probably where most of my gaming money goes to at the moment. And usually anything else on Steam, I'm usually buying anything on Steam on an extreme sale, meaning it's less than $10. The max I think I spend there is maybe 20, and that's rare. Alright, Shenstone is next. It's funny, they like to do a lot of these things on a lot of snowy scenarios in the game typically take place at night. Well, there's like a few I can remember during the day. One of them on the old Isle of Wight, they have one at. And then more recently in this newest version, one of those German express ones, I think, was during the day, and it was in the snow. Alright, full brakes, door open. Is there a guard buzzer on this one? There is. Oh, that's probably why the thing was ringing. That's probably what that was. closed. Alright, let's roll. So the manual actually says to set it to 2 when you're taking off, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh yeah, I noticed that in the menu. The other thing is, I mean not in the menu, in the manual. The other thing is that each train is unique. So they actually have a thing where you can write down if you see the call number for the train, when you saw it. So as you're actually on the run, you're supposed to notice that each of the trains has their own number, and they actually have their own name. And I think in total, it looks like there's like 20 trains or something on the list. Yeah, but mid-coach, yeah, it looks like there's probably about 20 trains. But mid-coach, yeah, there's some buttons and things there, which I'm interested in that because I'm wondering if, well, I was wondering if they'll ever do the auto conductor where you have the person in the middle who's opening and closing the doors for you, and all you have to really do is drive, which is what you normally would be doing. Because most of the trains, the commuter trains, usually have a person who's midway through whose job it is to open the doors and close the doors. And they mentioned that in the tutorial on this one, which is, so I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna go down that route and add that. That also could be, and I don't know if anybody wants to do this multiplayer, but that could be an area where you can do some multiplayer stuff. Yeah, but how was World of Trains? I noticed that, no, not World of Trains, World of Subways. Because I noticed that they have 2 New York lines. I was looking at that 7 train line, but that 7 train line is modeled at an earlier time. Yeah, the ones on Isle of Wight, yeah. Yeah, in the manual it actually does cover those things. Yeah, I to be honest, I don't think I've seen any others also. Uh-oh. .45's coming up. And we're going to be braking anyway here, as we'll be coming into the station. Alright, so we have to come down to 20. What's going on? I'm getting a warning that is not operating. That's strange. Yeah, I saw that they're still available in the Steam store. I don't know what's happening. Why are you still going, and what is going on here? What just happened? Is it like an emergency braking? Is it this? It might be my controller's acting up. Alright, hang tight, everyone. Alright, no, we're good. It reset. Yeah, I think so this one controller, like, really starts acting strange And it starts throwing throttles into weird positions. Yeah, I saw that that one was set in the 80s because when I was watching it, that train that they were showing, which is the red one, they don't even use those trains on that line anymore. But one thing that is good about that game is they actually did model stuff very, very well. Like the stuff is actually done very accurately. And then I saw the one when you were playing one. I was looking at the Path Train. Yeah, yeah, they're actually I saw that they were $14.99. I think today. Um, but yeah, they're interesting. All right, Litchfield City is next. We have a few more stops before we turn around. I have a feeling that I missed the AWS because it didn't actually sound, and then they penalized me for it. Yeah, I saw the last one came out in 2015. I saw somebody posting that there may be a new one coming out next year. I don't remember where they said they might do it though. Oh, I think my neighbor's cat is in the hallway. Hold up. Alright. So moving along here. Oh, so the dev abandoned the series? That's interesting. I wonder. I mean, they were saying that one of the things that was good about it is they focused on small routes, so it allowed them to get really, really detailed. But again, from what I saw, the detail was actually really good. All right, so we got a red signal ahead. Oh, okay. So so the publisher was like, do this or else, and they were stuck with that. I gotcha. Yeah, it would have been nice if they could have updated the 7 line, because that would be something I would be interested in playing. Yeah, no, I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, they actually got a lot of stuff very accurately. Especially on the Path Train one, which was World of Subways 1. Alright, where is this signal? I'm trying not to go too fast. Okay, so they're stopping us there, giving us a warning. I didn't see the thing on the ground, but it may be covered in the snow, and that's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I did hear that that was the consensus amongst, like, the game reviewers, that they did do a better job. And again, they believe they did a better job because they really focused on doing kind of short segments of things. Okay, we're clear. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really decided yet. Like I said, I don't. If it was, I'd probably be more interested in doing number 4. But I'd be even more interested if it was actually like the updated version of the train line. just because they added some more stops to that train line since then. I think it'll be interesting to see it. Yeah, it's pretty primitive. Yeah, I remember seeing it way back when, like World of Subways. Oh, gotcha. So that was really tough. Did it at least come? Did it at least come with manuals back then? I think I saw you looking at the manual for 4 at the end of your stream. There's a game that has a manual that comes with a PDF that I want to get. So I might check that out. Okay, so you want us to shut down this cab. Let's do that. Let's set this to off. I'm gonna set this to tail lights. We can turn off the cab light. Also turn off these wipers. I never like fast wipers. I don't know why they would have those on automatically. Let's take the master key out. Let's get up and head to the other side. Really? Let's do the door release. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I've seen that one honestly more than anything else. Number 3. Like in the history of things, I think I've seen that one more. It holds up. Uh-oh. Which hose are you talking about? Mr. Kojo, he said holds up. Alright, so we're gonna head to the other end of the train, and we're gonna head back in the opposite direction. And then we'll be done. This one actually goes to, there's one run called Chocolate. It's not Chocolate City, it's Chocolate something though. And you go to the home of Cadbury. I don't know if anybody's a big chocolate fan. It was funny when I was in Scotland. One of my friends made me join the chocolate club. Yeah, this is a scenario. There's 2 snowy scenarios. This is the first one. Okay, cab lights on. Let's turn this on. This is our little message section. Where's the on button? I think it's up here. Alright, there we go. Okay, that's running. Put the key in. I'm gonna be mad because I didn't do like a super fast reverse and return, but I'm not in a rush tonight. Night lights, tail lights off. Why do you want me to set this thing to fast? I don't want it off fast. Lock the doors. Yeah, so it's interesting because in England, their milk chocolate's a little different, and they think our milk chocolate tastes like crap. So it's actually a very, very interesting thing. It's not bad. I mean, theirs tends to taste a little more creamy. Yeah, and according to my wife, ours is a little more acidic. but they do not like our chocolate. There's a few people who are like, oh, okay, I'll have some American chocolate, but for the most part, it's not their favorite. Yeah, everything's very particular, but also like I think they use a little less milk than we do. Um, so theirs tends to taste a little creamier. Alright, so essentially we're running in reverse, but we're also going to pick up a few extra stops on the way back on this. We are being held to 25, we can go up to 60 now. And then we're actually going to come back down to 20, so let's just bring it down to 20 and stay there. We're behind anyway, so I think people understand that things may be running a little slower in the snow, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stops. Okay. Yeah, so if you ever had like a Cadbury cream egg, or if you had any Cadbury chocolate for that matter, that's more of the British style. Yeah, we don't eat a lot of chocolate. But yeah, I've had Cadbury because sometimes the Cadbury stuff, they have like a fruit and nut bar that's actually really delicious. And it has like raisins and almonds in it, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I think they sell it at like the supermarket, in the candy section. But get a small bar if you're not really sure how you might like it. It's different though. It's not bad, but it's different. I'm actually a little surprised that the section here on this one's a little slower. Alright, let's stop and open the door. Alright, so 12, 11 more stops here, I believe, if I counted correctly. Door is closed. So these platforms are actually really nice. We'll do a walkthrough of those another time. Okay, moving forward here. I'm going to take a look outside. Yeah, so this one, there's a lot of restrictions, but we're gonna hit 45 here. I think 'cause there's some turns there on that station. I also read that some of the stations are really older, and some were rebuilt and some weren't. But this line's been running, I think, since 1848, according to the intro. So if you turn this on, that turns on the board here, and it's supposed to automatically pick it up once it's turned on. So you don't have to set it. Kojo, have you been playing any Microsoft Flight Simulator? No, you probably heard that they did an update. And they added a few new planes to it. Oh, gotcha. Well, in the meantime, even if you don't fly, I would recommend doing the updates now so that you don't have to wait to do them or wait for them when you decide to jump back in the cockpit. Yeah, the updates are pretty big, so. Yeah, but one of the planes that they added is the A310, which is like the precursor to the A320. Oh, okay, so it's happening automatically. Okay, gotcha. Let's see, other things I've been playing. I think I updated on the Discord games that I've been playing. One of them I've been playing is what is it called? 2 Point University, which also is one of those Game Pass games that I was happy about because it came out on release on Game Pass. Okay. With all this wheel slippage, the train does not seem to like the braking today. But I think 1 bar should be good to get us in, and then we'll add a little bit more as we get closer. Yeah, I think most of the time what I have to do when I do go through one of the updates is I usually end up actually putting the hard line in, because most of the stuff I do is wireless, but for that I'm just like, it's faster if I do it this way. Some people it takes them forever to do the updates though, but I have pretty decent internet speeds here. But I'm sure your desktop's probably wired already. One day we'll have enough space, I'll get a gaming desktop. I'll use it for gaming and for music stuff. Yeah, my PlayStation's like, so the PlayStation that this is running on is on Ethernet. And then usually, because we have laptops, we have an extra Ethernet cable that we will use if we're doing big downloads, but other than that, we do wireless. Okay, let's go. Blake Street's next. The lights were on before I got in the train, but I like to double check. The fan was running, I didn't turn it on, so that's interesting. Yeah, but it takes longer. Like, I know my Wi-Fi is not as fast as the Ethernet. Oh, the funniest thing happened at work. They were talking about how they're gonna go to voice over IP at one of the locations. Hey Vite, nice to see you. What are you doing today? How are you feeling? If you don't know, Vite is a streamer. Oh, okay. How'd that work? With you trying to wake up earlier today. I take it you didn't have to work today. Yeah, you're tired. Did you stay up late last night? Alright, Blake Street is next. Now, one thing I've learned with some of these is they tell you a certain amount of time, and a lot of times it takes longer. Especially with this one, because they threw a bunch of challenges at us. Which I like. I like scenarios that aren't just boring. Okay, yeah, you gotta get one under wraps. It helps. Especially with the time change. I think a lot of people have been struggling lately. I'm not sure if people saw the shout out earlier for Kojo, so I'll do another one. I think Kojo said he will be streaming tonight. Ooh, there's a scenario here where a train gets struck by lightning, and you have to go and rescue it as well. So we'll probably save that one for like a Sunday stream. Alright, we're starting to come into the next station. Yeah, one thing that I'm a little saddened by is they changed the, yeah, no, this one was like brutal for some reason. I don't know why this one was so brutal. I think part of it also was the fact that the temperatures are really warm. But this one's taking forever. Yeah, you're welcome. This one seems like it's taking forever to adjust. And then one of the things that I've also been like suffering is that a lot of people in Europe, they haven't changed the time in Europe yet. So a lot of other streamers are like a little bit behind. So that's been actually a little awkward. Oh, see, you start playing Minecraft. So Vite made me stand in line so that she could get Minecraft, and then she never played it. So now she's mentioning that she started playing it again. That's good. We stood in line for like a half an hour. Yeah, once. I'm like, I can't get that half an hour or hour of my life back. Waiting in line after a holiday at GameStop? How could you? Vite, how's your new gaming PC doing? Is it still running pretty well? I never looked at the specs on it. Okay, cool. Kojo, did you buy your PC or did you build it? It's funny, I was talking to Cyan about like PCs and he was just like, yeah, he doesn't trust himself building one. But I'm like, you work in computing, like it's not that crazy. I might stream on Sunday, depending on what I have planned. But other than that, nothing. We're supposed to be hanging out with some friends tomorrow night. Having like a Friendsgiving. But that's really it. How about you? How about you, Kojo? What's the plan? Oh, gotcha. I'm a little intrigued in building my own. Because we have a store here, Micro Center, that pricing the stuff, it actually came in much cheaper than I was thinking it would. So I might at some point give it a try. Like, I'm not afraid of like the electronics and everything else. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might either do that or just spec it out and then have somebody do it. But I part of me wants to kind of do it. Like for Vitae, like she had a wonky screen on her computer once, and I replaced the screen for her on her laptop, and I've done like hard drive swaps and networking cards and displays and everything else. Yeah, they actually are always like sending me stuff that like I can get like deals and stuff and discounts through them if I hit things at the right time. But they have like a pretty decent like variety of parts. Alright, this one is Butler's Lane. That would be funny if it was Butler's Lane. I guess all the Butlers lived here. Alright, Four Oaks, Sutton Coldfield, Wild Green, Chester Road, Erdington, Gravely Hill, Aston, and Birmingham. And again, they do mention that each of these trains is different. Which I haven't actually looked at this section where you pick the trains to see if you have a choice of which ones you want to drive or not. Okay, doors closed. I have to get mastery on the Metro North line. I have to do 2 yard runs. Yeah, no, I might give it a shot. Have somebody else that like I work with who's like done stuff like that. Yes, I have seen that. Yeah, I've seen. I think I've seen some stuff, possibly on YouTube. But the other thing is that there was a video a few years ago of Henry Cavill building his own computer, and then I think he either put something in backwards or he forgot to put the heat sink in, and yeah. Oh, he put the CPU in upside down. It died already? Oh no. Yeah. My wife was just telling me that Henry Cavill, like the computer that he built, and he put the CPU in backwards and then fixed it, died on him already. The CPU died. But it could be because he put it in backwards. Those things are really sensitive. Yeah, even if you fix it. Because like you have to kind of just force it in. Either that or he was just playing or using stuff that was just working it too much. Yeah. And there's also a chance that he didn't have it cooling properly. She's gonna look it up now. Alright, Four Oaks. These snowy ones are pretty relaxing, though. I will tell you. Yeah, so Kojo, if you stream tonight, what time are you thinking that you may start? And Vite, are you planning on streaming again anytime soon? I don't think I've seen you stream in a while. Yeah, but Vite, the last week I've been getting into bed by 11 o'clock every night. Yeah. He is rich enough to get away with all that. Kojo was saying he's rich, so he can afford to mess up his computers. Yeah. Yeah, so because of the heat wave in England, he said that his cooler died. So yeah, if the cooler dies, that's gonna kill the CPU because it can't cool itself off. Okay, 8 p.m. Oh, yeah, yeah. And he said also excessive transit, which means he was traveling with it. Oh yeah, that cool looked like it blew up. He took a picture of it. It looks pretty bad. That's why he should have invested in a gaming laptop if he's gonna be traveling a lot. Supposedly Henry Cavill plays a lot of World of Warcraft. Alright, Vita, you plan on streaming tonight, but you're not sure. What were you gonna play? I see you haven't played Phasmo in a while. Kojo was mentioning that there is a sale on Steam. I don't know if I want to play Phasmo though. They did come out, all three of them on that PC already. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, they do work a lot. Although I never. So I have a game. The only thing I have that's been specifically for gaming has been this gaming laptop that I got last year. But all the cooling is on the bottom, so sometimes the fan sounds like a plane is taking off. Oh, November 22nd and December 22nd, Vite. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to join you in the Phasmophobia world or not. Also, Vite, your mother blames me for why you like to play video games all the time. Although we both grew up with her playing tons of video games. Because she always used to have those Shockwave CDs in the house when she was buying games. I know it's her fault. She doesn't want to admit it though. Oh, you had a liquid cooler. Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking about regular, like, cooling fans. I didn't realize you actually had a liquid cooler in there. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm not sure if I would install on my own. I just kind of feel like that might be... I might mess that up. Because I saw the person you're talking about do it, and then he actually, like, had to pour water into it, and I was like, ooh. I haven't looked to see if anybody's been playing PC Building Simulator 2. Yeah, the fans are even now, like with the laptop that I have, and I got, it's the cheaper end of a gaming laptop, but the fan is very loud. I saw you say I should get Phasmo already, Vite. I'll see. I'll figure it out. It doesn't scare me though. So that's not why I don't want it. I just don't know if I'll ever play it. Also, I'm looking for people to play things like the game Moving Out. So I'd like to play that with other people. I like playing like the time management games and stuff. Why's that fan making so much noise all of a sudden? just started hearing it, but I feel like it got louder. Door's locked. Yeah, it was the fan. I feel like it got louder all of a sudden. Like I barely heard it before. Do you even like Pokemon? Oh, you do? I don't remember you ever playing Pokemon as a kid. Turn that off. Making too much noise. Oh, Kojo, the other day I joined Cyan on his Discord in like a flight group, and then he was, you know, helping other brothers learn how to fly. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He was supposed to be in bed too, because it was like way after midnight in his time zone, but everybody was here in the U.S. And so one guy got a Honda Jet, and he never really played flight sim, so he was like walking him through it. So I was just like throwing reminders in here and there. Okay, wild green. Oh, it was funny. The scenario I did yesterday, it happens after a soccer match, and there were some rowdy passengers on a train ahead who had to get arrested, and that slowed down service. But there was like a random guy who was out there, and I didn't feel like getting out of the train and talking to him, but when I went back to the station, he was gone. So I think they've added like extra people to chat with. Which the beginning of this one, there was a guy who I spoke to who told me what was going on with the scenario. So I think that's a nice little twist that they've added on these runs. Yeah, so tonight I'm not sure if I will do a flight later or if I'll play some Train Sim Classic. But I've been feeling better this week than I was earlier in the week, or like the last part of the week. I'm having a little bit of anxiety flares and things like that the last week. Yeah, one thing I haven't watched in a while, Kojo, are the developer streams for this. I used to watch them religiously, and then I think what I got tired of was like all the people complaining in chat all the time. So I was just like, nah, it's okay. I'll skip it. Ooh, is there a notice board? Is there a notice board light? Yay! I don't understand why. That's my favorite part of these trains. Even though they don't give you any instructions on the notice board. I feel like this is a little far away, but it's because the door is there. But our signal sheet, our buzzer codes, which I haven't been using, but door closing. Okay, Chester Road. Is that where Chester Cheetah lives? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more stops. These stops here are short. So I think I did this one, well, I did a scenario yesterday, and I think I only literally drove like 3 miles between all these stops because they're really close together. Alright, so we are almost done. Uh, Vite, what did you get Pokemon for? Was it on the what's that? On the Switch? I think when I was in like high school, there was like the Pokemon blue, red, yellow, gold, something like that, silver. That was popular. God, it is on the Switch. But I used to watch the show occasionally, but I never got into any Pokemon games. I think the reason I never got into the games is because they reminded me of like Legend of Zelda gameplay. And Legend of Zelda on the Game Boy traumatized me. That's one of the reasons I don't really like playing dungeon games anymore. It's because I couldn't ever get anywhere on those games. Because I was like, I just can't get anything done, and I keep running around in circles and going the wrong way, and then it's just frustrating. Like I said, these stops are very close together. Oh, there's some station announcements going on there. I don't think we can still hear them. Alright, next stop is Erdington. It's funny, there's a dog in our building, and every time it goes outside, it sounds like a huge dog. And the dog is literally like the size of a toy. A little terrier, a little Scottish terrier. He's so loud. He's the tiniest dog. He makes so much noise when he gets outside. Alright, I think we had 5 stops left. I think now this is the 4th, so we should have 2 or 3 after this. Yeah, that's the first time we ever got buzzed by the conductor. These platforms look slippery. Somebody to throw some salt out there. Yeah, these look slippery. Mind the gap. Okay, I was just checking to make sure this was still on because the console went into like sleep mode. See, it's like not on anymore. We are almost done. Vite, what's your favorite Pokemon? Have you ever had a Pikachu? Alright, so 3 stops. Gravely, Aston, and Birmingham. Birmingham! So tonight I'm gonna be watching... You don't remember? I think your favorite is Charizard. Or Squirtle. Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle! This used to be so annoying. Then there's that one who's like a weird clown. Oshawott? What's that one that's like a weird clown on the show? who's like, you're like, is this a person or is this actually a Pokemon? Mr. Mime, it's creepy. Oh, that's the creepiest one. That one's like so random. Alright, so this is the third of the final 3 stops. Well, the first of the final 3. After this we have Aston, and then finally Birmingham. Birmingham New Street is the name of the station. I think all in all, I think this has like 20 something stations in it. It's actually pretty early game-wise, only 6:17 p.m. Getting people home on a snowy night. I think one of the mastery steps on this one is to actually drive this train for like 32 miles, because that thing is pretty short. Let's see. I think I bought something once from Newegg, but all of my computer-y tech people that I know actually shop there a lot. But honestly, I think I probably only bought one thing ever from Newegg. I think it was like a micro SD on Black Friday sale. But I have a few friends who like they live by Newegg, especially on Black Friday. Yeah, but I think the most I got was like some external storage kind of thing. Although I might, for this holiday season, I might look for an one of the internal hard drives for the PS5. Oh, really? What do they cover on there? They just talk about stuff that's on sale or new products? I didn't even, you know what? I never even thought about looking to see if they had a Twitch channel, to be honest. Cool. Yeah, I never even considered checking, but that would make sense, right? They might be like shipping products and things and being like, you should buy one of these, or doing demos. I just found out that the Ivy League has a gaming channel. Like the Ivy League gaming esports teams. You do shop there a bit? Yeah. But I might, so for the PS5, you can't run games off of an external if they're PS5 games. You can run PS4 games off of it. So you have to get another SSD, but there's only like a particular one that you can get. And the best one's from a company called Firecuda. Oh, they're on his recommended channels. Oh, that's cool. There's one that's recommended called a Firecuda, but it hasn't been on like super sale in a very long time. So I might look for that, because then I can put more games on my PS5. Because at the moment, it's SSD and it's not that big. But they make it, it doesn't void your warranty to add it and everything else, which is good. PlayStation's never actually like penalized you for adding extra storage, which is nice. Yeah. So like right now, like I'm running this off of the external on the PS4. I could plug it into the PS5 and then run this off of the external. You can play PS4 games off of external on the PS5. But PS5 games actually have to be on the internal hard drive to play. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a few like Western Digital branded PS5, PS4 externals. So I ended up buying one from Best Buy, like with some like birthday gift cards or something one year. And I still have a 1 terabyte inside of the PS4 itself. But I think I'll get like a 1 or 2 terabyte SSD to put in the 5. Although to be honest, I don't know what games I want to add on to there. Maybe I'll do like the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I have to finish the other one though, the Peter Parker one first. Alright, we have one more stop. Alright folks, so if you did see the shout outs earlier, Kojo said he may be streaming around 8 p.m. and Vite said that she may be streaming a little bit later. So if you want to catch them, be sure to follow them now so that you can get the alerts when they go live. Next stop and last stop is Birmingham New Street. Okay, we're not going to the left. Ooh, delivery.
Who is it?
Yeah, actually, I had to have one of my externals recovered. I had an external that I was using for DJing, and I was doing a birthday party for my grandmother, and the table that I was using fell apart and crushed my external. So I always forget. I was thinking about buying a new one to move some of the videos on demand over, and then like you're doing, populate them on another platform. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy a new one. But I have space on this one. I might just use it for that. Save myself some money. Yeah, but I also just thinking about buying another one. I don't know. I like having external hard drives. I don't know why. I've been using them for years now, but like I just like having extras around. At some point I need to play Bus Sim again. I haven't touched that in a while. I have it all updated and everything, but oh, and I was watching your video, Kojo, on your highlights with that person stepping out into the street, and I felt your pain. It's like that's one of the pet peeves about that game, no matter which version it is, where like the people just walk out in the street at the last second. I've even had some that were like they were still inside the bus when they got off, and I was taken off, and then they penalized me because they were still in the bus. I'm like, but they left the bus. Okay, 30's next. We'll leave this at 1. Yeah, I never actually. I have a lot of friends who actually do have the big servers as well. I considered it, but we honestly don't have that much stuff that we would need it. And our apartment's still small. I would think of like setting up like a legitimate like space for everything, but I don't know. We don't really share any things anyway. Like the most would probably be pictures, but that's it. Like movies and stuff, we don't really have a bunch of movies saved or anything like that. But I remember like literally 12 years ago going to people's houses and then having everything already saved and backed up. Alright. Our long day's journey into night is coming to an end. We're slowing down so much. I haven't seen what's his name stream in a while. I see he's still active sometimes on the account. Timmy Thumb. He used to do like a few days a week, but I know he was saying that this school year he was a little bit busier. Yeah, no, I don't actually have anything. So like if it's a document or anything, I have most important documents backed up in the cloud. And then when it comes to things that I do for like my personal businesses or stuff like that, I always have those backed up on external hard drives. I learned the hard way. I mean, I never lost anything that was really important ever, but I know better than to just like leave everything to chance. Yeah, I don't know. I know he was telling me that this year at work was going to be busy because I think they promoted him to like a higher position. But like right now he's actually like, you know, green on Discord, so he's still like around. But I remember this year he like in the summer he was telling me he got a promotion. And so they have him doing more responsibilities. He works in like IT in schools, and so I know he's been very busy. Yeah, and I remember he had gone on vacation during the summer, and he came back. I think he did he did a stream like a day or two, but yeah, it's been a while. He used to do Friday nights and things like that too. But yeah. Alright, so let's pull into the station here. They're going to restrict us to 10 miles per hour as we crawl here into Birmingham Station. Alright, Kojo, thanks for stopping by. I'll jump into your stream a little bit later this evening, and hopefully you're playing something fun. But thanks for stopping by as usual. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company on this long ride here today. It turned out to be an hour and 42 minutes, which was only supposed to be an hour and 15. See you later. Yeah, these snowy scenarios sometimes give you more than you expect. It's a nice little station here. Alright, let's make sure we stop well before we hit this red light. Alright, we arrived safely, no further delays, another driver is going to take over. Let's see how we did. Excellent. Alright, so again, I'm just going to give shout outs to two of the streamers that I watched that were here. And they may be streaming a little bit later. So check them out if you like. Let's see, we came in all under no real major speeding incidents. An hour and 36, which was only supposed to be an hour and 15. So we're about 20 minutes behind. Of course, Vitae. Yeah, we ran an express to Sutton Coalfield and then forward, and then we came back because of the snow. Alright, not too shabby. Alright, on that note, I will send whoever's left over to go and hang out with let's visit Levon. It's been a while since we checked him out. Alright, so what will happen here is hopefully we'll be back on Sunday with a little bit more, maybe train sim, maybe finish up some of these scenarios for this new line. This is the one we're just doing, the Birmingham Cross City route. We just took care of that. Another long scenario there. And hopefully everybody is doing well, and we'll catch you later in the week. Alright, have a good evening.